Today's episode is sponsored by Troy Allen Buick, located in West Katanning, and Troy Allen Chevrolet Buick GMC of Slippery Rock. Looking for a new or pre-owned car? Visit TroyAllenBuick.com and TroyAllenChevrolet.net for your next ride. Support those that support Ion Sports.
Like something out of Star Wars in that thing.
What?
Stand up.
Actually, honestly, you're right.
Stand
Yep. Yep.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
It looks like a robe. Yeah.
Yeah. You look like you threw together an outfit to be a Jedi for Halloween at the last possible moment.
It's Obi-Wan at Kenobi.
You know what? I woke up to water all over my kitchen floor, in my cabinets. I had to take stuff out. So,
It's raining inside.
I'm just kind of like, I'm living on the edge and it's not glory.
Living on the edge. Okay. I am Butler Eagle Sports writer Derek Pida, and here with me today are fellow sports writer Brendan Howe and Eagle Sports editor Jake Murda Adams. This is Season 2 of the Alter Eagles Eye on Sports.
The guys coming on Friday, they're going to have to probably replace.
I slept with a
Aerosmith.
damp blanket last night, if that makes you feel better.
A damp blanket.
Damp?
Bailey decided
I had
to
to-
wash
Hey,
all the
listen.
blankets,
I hope it was water.
and we went to bed, and we only had like a smaller,
It
lighter
sounded like
blankets.
you said we wet the bed.
No, we went to bed.
Went to bed.
Went to bed. And we only had like a smaller, like thinner blankets. And she's like, we'll dry this one, and if you wake up in the middle of the night, go get it. So I wake up, and of course, she like alligator rolled all the blankets off of me. So I didn't have any. I went to the dryer at like 4 a.m., I'm guessing. I didn't look at the time. I got it. I laid down in bed, and I realized it was damp. I was like, it's too late now. Like, I'm just going to sleep with this.
How did you do that? No, I would have had to wait.
It smelled good.
I would have had to wait until it was dry. Then you would have been so cozy.
I was cozy anyways.
Guys are so weird.
Mallory and I actually have different comforters on the bed because she gets like colder for some reason.
Wait, how do you do that?
We like literally just put one comforter on my half and one comforter on her half, so like they're hanging off a little bit. That's
crazy.
She complains that I
At least they
can
all
get
both have
way
their blankets.
too warm at night, so she gets too like uncomfortable. But at the same time, she's got the thicker comforter even in the summer, and I've got like a thinner I still have the thin summer comforter, but basically it's always on my side, and I'm probably in like a couple weeks going to bring out the winter one because it's obviously getting colder. But we had to do this because she kept complaining about who had what on the comforter and that she was too hot when I was too cold or anything like that. So we just like a year ago decided we're going to have two separate comforters on our bed. It looks ridiculous.
They're very interesting. I'm having them on my podcast.
Yeah.
I'll come up with a few questions for you.
Oh, I got a whole list. I was going to email them to him, but yeah.
It's
I'm sorry, go ahead.
no, go for it.
Go, Derek, do it.
My dad caught last week's podcast.
Mm-hmm.
And, he's at the point now where he'll talk to me on a Wednesday.
Bring your thing up a little bit.
But
do you see how it sounds different?
He'll talk to me.
I don't see how it sounds different.
He'll talk to me on a Wednesday. And I'll tell him what I got going on the rest of the week because he'll ask, and then by the next day he completely forgets what I tell him. So he calls me up on like Thursday, the day the podcast dropped. He's like, "What happened to you? Where were you? Why weren't you on the podcast?" I said, "Dad, I told you that was the day I was out in Chambersburg."
He was freaking out.
He's like, "I thought something happened."
It's like, well, you made too many references to want to date the producer.
He says they didn't even
kick me off.
He didn't even make mention of the fact that you weren't there. That's
What?
what he said. Yeah.
No, we did.
You totally did.
We said we
That's
missed
my
Derek.
dad, yeah.
We said we missed
You
Derek.
said at one point you were like, he's probably on his way to
Yeah, it was like right in the
Chambersburg, if
yeah.
not there already. So
yeah.
And I did stop at Rutter's on the way out,
Oh, yes.
and I was thinking about partaking in the shrimp, French fry, and coleslaw platter.
Oh, my God. Why? Well, how do you do that?
But I didn't
How are you not like
that sounds
How are you not
atrocious.
like
I didn't
violently ill?
I ended up just going with a cheeseburger and Doritos.
Okay, I got a food related question here. Actually, that I can segue into this. How long would you be comfortable eating like heavy tomato vegetable based soup after it's been cooked it's been in the fridge? How many days would you be comfortable still eating it?
4 days.
5 days.
Okay.
Bailey makes soup all the time. So
Wait, what is it? It's
become
a
like
tomato
regular.
based
It's
soup.
like tomato based, like it's not broth based. It's tomato based soup
like-
with peppers, carrots, stuff like that.
I'd say, yeah, I could maybe do 4, but probably 3.
I pushed it over a week.
Oh.
Because Maui didn't finish any of it.
You get to that last day, you were like,
No,
we're
I
in
just
the
had today.
questionable zone.
Today's the questionable zone. We're gonna find out. So far, so good.
If Jake just stands up and walks out of the room, we're gonna know.
Put the garbage can next to his seat.
Yeah, that's what I want.
So far, we're good.
So far, we're good.
Everything's fine. It tasted it tasted like it'd been in the
This
fridge.
could be
for a
an
little
ad
bit,
for
but-
dude wipes.
There you go.
While we're on the topic of vegetables, when I went out to Cincinnati, this would have been a month and a few days ago now, I tried the Skyline chili, which was, I probably won't try it again. There was nothing I didn't like on it, but the combination of all of it was gross to me.
Yeah.
And Alan, my boss for Steelers now, writes like a exclusive, like you have to pay to read it, notes from the road. And he told me to read it like a few weeks ago, and finally the other night, the light bulb clipped. I was like, I haven't read that yet. So he wrote about me trying the Skyline chili and like led up to explaining to me doing it. He's like, this is the pickiest person I've ever met in terms of eating food. I've never seen him eat a vegetable. And ever since then, I've been trying to prove that I eat vegetables. So
I was gonna say, do you eat vegetables?
they're probably, if you're going to get a percentage of my daily intake, let's say weekly intake, it's probably like 3% of me.
Jeez.
He doesn't like stuff that grows in the ground.
I have.
He likes stuff that grows above ground, like cows.
I have a smoothie basically every day, so it's way more fruit than it is vegetables in my diet, but I still
Yeah.
get a good amount.
Do you guys consider jalapenos vegetables, right? They are?
Yeah,
Peppers.
Yeah, the peppers.
I had
they're
I had them in
peppers.
my bowl last week, and
Well, that's a little different.
some of the Steelers. No, if it's a cut up jalapeno pepper,
We're talking like having
you throw it in with rice
like
and steak
broccoli
and
and asparagus and
stuff. I like
things that
broccoli.
keep you moving. You know what I
Asparagus
mean?
is fine. Yeah.
I've turned Will on to raw onions. We both love raw
What is
onions.
wrong
Oh,
with you?
Okay,
Are
so
you
the
saying like a
yeah.
whole onion, like an apple?
No,
Okay,
but like
okay.
in
Like
a
the Grinch?
like in a salad.
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
Oh yeah,
raw.
red
Yeah.
onion in a salad. You know what's really
On a
good?
burger?
Watermelon, red onion,
What are
feta
you
cheese,
talking about?
balsamic glaze. Boom. It's such a good salad.
That is.
Listen, you don't understand though. It's so good. When my friend brought it to the beach, we all brought food. She's like, trust me, you're looking at this and wondering. You put the cheese on fresh, you put balsamic glaze. It's so good. You don't understand. I'm going to do it.
The balsamic is the one that I'm questioning, but the onion with the watermelon I can totally buy.
Listen, I'm going to make it and bring it in for you guys. Watermelon's not in season,
try it.
so we have to wait till it's in season.
I
again.
will stick
I'll try
to
it.
my
Yep.
Barilla protein pasta. I can't believe it's not butter, and 14 teaspoons of Parmesan chicken.
I'm going to
cheese.
stick with. I can't believe you eat that.
Okay.
That sounds like what
Yeah,
Mallory
what
would
was
eat
that?
For like
Yeah,
the
what is
first
that?
several years.
It's delicious.
But it's not good for you.
It's plant-based protein, and then I can't believe it's not butter. It's
I want to
it's
see the
1/3
ingredients.
the calories.
I want to see the ingredients.
Much less fat.
I like having like
Real butter.
I like
eat
having
real butter,
vegetables and fruit. Like doesn't have to be with every meal, but I don't know. They're just it just makes me feel better.
Yeah.
I love there of the typical American offerings of vegetables and fruits, because there's stuff out there in the world that I've never tried. I basically will eat almost any kind of vegetable or fruit. Asparagus is probably my least favorite, but by a little, like I'll still eat it. If that's what's there, I'll eat it.
You have a least favorite fruit? I definitely do.
Ooh, good question.
What is it?
Cannot stand grapefruit. I hate grapefruit.
Yeah, that's probably up
really?
there.
And the juice, I can't do either. The actual fruit or the juice.
You put grapefruit juice into like mix it into a drink, I'll take it. But like just straight grapefruit juice, I won't do.
Least favorite fruit.
My throat gets itchy after eating bananas, so I can eat bananas like in a smoothie, but eating them
You got
straight
like
up,
an allergy to them.
Yeah.
it's like a slight.
Yeah, that's a thing.
And I didn't know I was allergic to them either until I thought it was just a quirk. It's like
Yeah.
my throat gets itchy, and Liz, who used to work upstairs in the coffee desk, she said to me, she's like, "That means you're allergic." I was like, "That
Yeah, you
makes
should-
sense. That makes a lot more sense."
I got really sick as a kid a few hours after eating a banana. Like I would just sometimes just there were bananas in the kitchen, I'd grab one and eat it. nothing strange. But the like psychology, like that you won't eat something after you get sick from it. That happened to me with bananas for like 15 years. I would not eat a raw banana. Like if you made banana bread or something like that in it, I was fine. But you just give me a banana, ask me to eat it, I wouldn't do it.
Happened to me
until like the last 10 years.
with an Eaton Park cheeseburger and popcorn when I was a kid. I still like both.
Your balanced meal is.
I OD'd on Chips Ahoy cookies back when I was like 11 years old. It was a Friday night.
OD'd on Chips Ahoy.
I ate probably 15 cookies and my mom used to bring home one of those big gallon jugs of like already made chocolate milk.
Mm-hmm.
And I drank about half of that. Oh. And 15 cookies. And of course, about 2 or 3 in the morning, I'm throwing up and.
Dude, I don't even think I could eat 15 cookies right now. And I weigh 230 pounds.
I've
always been this way. When I find something I like, whether it's food or a song, I'll like play it over or eat it over and over. I overdo it. Mm-hmm. I don't know when to say.
For the first time in however many years, right? The peanut butter and jelly last night. I gave Derek a peanut butter and jelly protein bar.
He didn't tell me there's jelly in it. Just peanut butter.
No, so I prefaced it. I said, have you eaten peanut butter and jelly since? He goes, I've eaten peanut butter. So I showed him the bar, and I have them in my bag too. It's clearly strawberry jelly, or like grape jelly, and peanut butter.
I didn't find this out until I sunk my teeth.
And I gave it to him, and it's delicious. And he ate it, and
I ate it. Yeah.
He survived.
Yeah. But that morning at the bus stop where I projectile vomited jelly all over the place. And my son's
at the bus stop.
My son's friend is standing there. He's like, "Do you need my mom to cook you some chicken soup?"
You should have known better than to just eat peanut butter and jelly out of a bowl, though. Like it sounds good in concept, but putting that in your body is like eating like a paste.
Okay,
it is.
We all make mistakes, Brendan. That's
Here's
all I
the thing.
Say.
Love grapefruits. Actually, have a grapefruit spoon that I can eat grapefruits. I eat grapefruits like candy. I love all fruit. Sunny D, 6th grade, concert, Connequenessing Elementary School. I started getting nauseous in the second row, and I started running down the hallway and vomiting everywhere. And the 3rd grade teacher came out to me. She's like, "That bathroom's right there." I was trying to go to the nurse.
You turn at her.
And then when I lived in Las Vegas, I got really bad food poisoning from lobster bisque. And when I say bad, firefighters had to carry me out of my house.
Oh, jeez.
You were just trying to get a date.
Well, I'm not sure if that was the way to do it because the state that I was in, they thought I was on something, and my roommate's like, meanwhile, I'm like, that I don't do anything. We're nerds. We sit at home. We're in a show, and when we're off, we're sitting at home. Like we live in Vegas and we don't go out. Like we're nerds. And she didn't know, and I realized in the ambulance when they tested my blood to see if anything was in my bloodstream, and they realized there was nothing in my bloodstream, and all of a sudden I was like, lobster bisque.
Have you eaten lobster bisque since then?
It's been a while. The first time I was with a boyfriend and his parents. We went to a seafood restaurant, and his mom goes, "The lobster bisque is so good here." And let me just say, I sat up about 2 inches taller.
Did you eat it?
No.
Oh.
I waited a while. It was probably like 10 years before I ate it again.
I spent $60. It was the first time I went to the beach. I went down there on my own with my friend, and I spent $60 on a fancy crab legs dinner, like talking like the lemon butter and everything. I ate it all. I had never drank to that point. I had 3 wine glasses full of strawberry lemonade Svedka.
Oh, what?
Those
two things don't seem to go together.
Yeah, I was in the shower the rest of the night, alternating between cold and hot water. I was gone. Worst night of my life.
I'll embarrass Mallory and ruin the possibility of a sponsor here. Mallory, for a while, like our last year or so in Carlisle, wanted to get Pizza Hut, and I don't know why. She just hadn't had Pizza Hut in forever and wanted Pizza Hut. And I was like, no, I don't want that. It's
I love
bad.
Pizza Hut.
I don't like.
It's greasy.
It's so good.
There's way better
Bread
pizza
sticks.
places to get stuff. So the one day we were coming home from, we were coming home from a trip somewhere, I forget, and she's just like, pull over, and we got Pizza Hut, and I'm like, telling you I don't want to do this. And this is like lunchtime. We eat it, and later that night, both of us paid the price for it.
You both got sick.
We were. I will put it as like our stomachs disagreed with our decision. We weren't like very ill, but we paid for it nonetheless.
Yeah.
And at one point, we had 2 bathrooms in the house. At one point, I am yelling through one bathroom wall into the other, going, "This is your fault."
Oh, that's funny.
She's gonna hate if she hears this.
I know you. Were the Pizza Hut tickets still around, or you read so much? And
Oh yeah, I used to do
Oh,
that
book
shit
it,
all
book
the
it.
time.
Yeah.
I had a pin.
I
and I put the
crushed
stars
that.
on
I
it.
crushed the Scholastic.
I would
was
just give it
all
away.
about it.
I'd like give it to my mom. Be like, here you go. I
What?
want it.
Oh, I crushed the Pizza Hut Scholastic book club.
Oh, loved it. Yes, obsessed. Needs to come back.
Back when my stomach was an iron trap.
I actually like the
5-year-old.
salad bar that Pizza Hut used to have.
Yeah,
Oh, it
was-
yeah.
I don't
I
know
like
if
the
they do.
salad
It's
bar
It's been a
too.
long time since I was
Yeah.
inside a Pizza Hut.
Speaking of book reading, this will be the last thing I say before we get talking about high school sports. As I was at work yesterday, Bailey read an entire book.
Wow, 15 minutes.
No,
15 minutes.
No,
Oh my
I mentioned it first. It was like early on in the show.
Ouch.
Like a
I'm
good
next.
Like,
I'm next.
600-word book.
We got Jake. We got Brennan. I'm next.
I was spacing out in another direction. It took me a minute to realize what Laura said. Like that went way over me.
He's giving her the eye. He's like,
Wait.
I know,
She actually texted me a word. Let's see if you guys know this word. It was in the book she was reading.
I've gone through. I've averaged about a book a month this year.
The book or the words is lachrymose.
Lachrymose.
Yeah.
That I've not heard
I've
before.
heard it before, but I can't remember. How do you spell it? I'm going to look it up.
LACHRYMOSE. There's not a lot of words that I come across like I don't know at this point, and that's one of them. I literally didn't know how to.
Here, we can. Hold on.
Tearful or given to weeping.
Lachrymose.
That's how you say it.
I said it right.
I know. I was just checking.
Pretty
She
cool.
also wanted to have
Oh,
it play.
wow. Some of these dictionary descriptions are interesting.
so can we move on to subjects that will include words I understand?
You should.
Okay. So the high school football season.
So buttons.
The high school football season is now over. Our last 2 playoff teams, North Catholic and Karns City, fell in the playoffs last week. Karns City in the state playoffs and North Catholic in the Whitfield semis. Brendan, we're going to start with you. You were down at North Allegheny for the North Catholic Avonworth Showdown.
For most of that game, the score was about the same as it was the first time those 2 teams had played. But I tried to paint the picture of my story that it wasn't the same sort of game. In the first game, Avonworth just had North Catholic like by its leg holding it up and just shaking its lunch money out of its pockets.
What a visual.
In the second one, North Catholic fought back early. They went down 14-0. They fought back and made it 14-10. And then the first play of the second quarter, it was a 4th and 1 from their own 31-yard line. And Chris Rizzo decided to play it safe, punt it, give his defense a longer field. I talked to him about it. I said it wasn't a bad decision to do that, but it also wouldn't have been a bad decision to go for it. Like it was a very tough decision to make.
Don't ask that to Dan Campbell. He
Yeah, so that
doesn't punt the ball.
that decision ended up kind of doing them in. After that, Avonworth kind of ran away with it. North Catholic got a few punches late as its season was ending. But reading that their offensive coordinator, Mike McMahon, posted yesterday some of the stats and stuff, Joe Flitsky set a all-time Whitfield record for single-season touchdown passes, which I think was 45?
46. Well,
46.
He passed for 46. I don't know what the previous record
They had a 1,000-yard rusher. They had a 1,000-yard receiver. It's a shame we won't be able to see that offense again because I saw it, I think, 4 times, and in 3 of those games they were kind of held down. But I don't think maybe that Butler has ever seen an offense that explosive. Or
Especially
Butler County.
passing. Especially passing. Yeah, I imagine so.
Well, do I get to talk about Karns City now?
Yes.
Okay.
You're in charge of the show.
Okay.
You tell
all
us.
He's back.
So there was good and bad for Karns City regarding their state playoff game against Farrell. The good was the fact that they went up against an offense that was averaging about 250 yards rushing per game and held them to about $130. And Karns City, obviously used to running the ball. They ran the ball for well over 200 yards. But that's the thing. When you get to the state playoffs and you're facing a team that is as good as Farrell, you can kind of do one thing right on offense, do one thing right on defense, and a team like Farrell is able to just say, okay, you're going to take that away from us. We'll do this. Or Karns City basically contained Farrell's running game, and they ran the ball well themselves, and they still lose by 28 points. Mm-hmm. That's what happens when you play a team like Farrell. Jules Johnson, who you told me before the game is a University of Nebraska commit, he was averaging 150 yards rushing per game, and they held him to, I believe it was 79 yards on 19 carries, which against a really good Division I back is really good.
Less than 4 yards a carry.
But he did score 2 short rushing touchdowns, but he also had a touchdown on an 88-yard kickoff return, and he also caught a short pass and turned it into a 44-yard touchdown reception. So Karns City had entered that game with a full head of steam. Jake, as you know, I think they entered that game with 6 straight wins.
Yep.
Their season ends with a 48-20 loss to Farrell. Cole Johnston ran for 100 yards. Hunter Shear ran for 84. Karns City actually won the opening toss in that game and drove straight down the field. Good mix of run and pass. Cole Johnston scores on a 10-yard run, and it's 7-0 Karns City. And pretty much, aside from a couple touchdowns here and later in the game for Karns City, it was pretty much all Farrell after that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think either of us or all three of us are really surprised that these are 2 of the last teams remaining. I think, we could have made a case for Union AC Valley at one point, maybe Mars to still be here. But from like week 2 or 3, these looked like 2 of the best teams that we were going to have and make some of the deepest playoff runs. So no surprise there. Difficult losses on both sides. I mean, especially they're kind of blowouts, so you don't like to end your season on that note, but doesn't take away from what the rest of the season was. I do want to mention one thing because I was watching this happen in the office, and this is like the PSA of the week basically. In the state playoffs, schools or radio or TV broadcaster or anyone that handles live stream has to pay to broadcast the game on any channel, and NFHS can step in and usurp that because they have exclusive rights with PIAA. So if there is a first round game that NFHS is just like, you know what, we really want this because it's Pittsburgh Central Catholic against whatever school, they can do that. I don't think that applies for the district playoffs that are also states like we have in Whitfield right now, where we have the semis and finals that are counting as first and second round games for the states. But generally speaking, every broadcast you see from here on out has to be paid for. There was a radio station that was handling the broadcast live stream of the Karns City game, and some of the comments going on that Facebook feed, which I think they eventually shut down, was like ripping the fact that the quality of the broadcast was not very good. Let's be real here. 2025, the fact that we can do this stuff, whereas like 5 years ago, no one did this. No one was live streaming games on Facebook, on YouTube, on their own website, anything like that. The fact that this stuff exists and we can watch these games is a feat in and of itself. And I think that we need to be like a little bit more respectful for the fact that what are effectively part-time broadcasters or people who only do these games on the side of whatever radio, like full-time radio job or TV job that they have. This is not the only thing they do every week. We need to cut them a little bit of slack because certain areas of the country or the state don't have the strongest Wi-Fi or Ethernet connections. Karns City is one of those. But we've seen several broadcasts from that stadium before this year that have held up well enough. And I just don't think we need to be giving people a hard time. So, like, cool it with the attitude problems here. You're getting a broadcast at a game that you weren't going to anyway. Be happy that it's there and deal with it.
I want to, speaking of things that I'd like, I'm not going to mention the game I was at earlier this year. I'm not going to mention the teams. But I was at a game, this was back in, it was before the playoffs. And I was in the press box, and the 2 guys calling the game were obviously rooting for the home team. And every time there was a questionable call, I mean, this is a play-by-play, like the PA announcer, hanging out the window of the press box, banging on the side. Well, that's a horrible call. You got to be kidding me. This is the PA announcer. Act with a little bit of professionalism.
There is rooting for your team, and there is that. basically.
It's me hanging out of the Steelers
Like-
press box.
I was able to watch the Karns City game on Friday, which is up in Karns City, and I can't watch the North Catholic game because the NFHS was streaming that. We don't have a subscription for NFHS, which is like $20-$30 a month. So like, I'm benefiting from the fact that there is a stream at all that I can access for free. And yeah, the broadcast was really choppy for whatever reason. Their service was not holding up that night. So there was a lot of stuff that I was missing or that was cutting out. But you know what? I still got to see enough of it to know what was going on in that game.
Yeah, it's not like tuning into CBS for Sunday Steeler game. I mean,
Yeah.
Anyway, the fact that the high school football season is over, we are going to later on reveal our Sweet 16, but that's in the future. I want to get you guys' thoughts, just your main takeaways from 2025 now that it is in the books.
I'll start out here. It's nice to see Butler going in a positive direction and there being more positive discourse around that team. It was, especially for me, to be able to cover some of those games and see how differently they were playing and responding to things. It was kind of a full circle moment of being able to connect, like, oh, this would have done this team in for the next, like, 3 games had it happened when I was there. And I think Coach Christie deserves a lot of credit for what he's been able to do. He stuck it out. He was there at their lowest point. They had 26 kids in 6A Whippeal football, and he stuck it out. He brought his team, and I wrote about it at the start of the season. They made a really risky move to go to D10, then go independent, and I think it's on track where we will see them playing Whippeal football again, hopefully within the next 5 years.
I agree. I that was a good season by them. I wanted to take a slightly different track, and I don't know if you guys were reading notes today when I wrote them up about an hour before the show, but I'm going to talk about what I thought were the 5 biggest games of the year.
Already.
Just my own opinion, you guys might have a different list here, but I thought this was kind of interesting for me to be able to sit back and kind of watch things from afar and look at what were kind of the best results. This can be win or lose for the local teams. I wasn't being a total homer here. Number 5. Karns City beats Punxsutawney in round 2 of their matchups this year, 35-23. Hunter Shearer had 4 touchdowns. Number 4, Seneca Valley beats North Allegheny in Week 10, one of the biggest upsets of the season, 21-18. North Allegheny was in the Whippeal Finals, granted 4 schools in 6A, but whatever. Number 3, the McKeesport Mars battle that we were all really excited for. Keemon Spell and Aiden Yoakum lit up the field that night. Yoakum had 235 yards, 2 touchdowns. Spell had 6 touchdowns, but McKeesport won 56-31 in a huge shootout. Number 2, Montauk's first win in 18 games, beating Coudersport in Week 1, 17-0. And number 1, Butler beating University 35-27 for its 6th win and 5th on the field after that Westinghouse forfeit about 2 or 3 days before the game. Locked up Butler's first winning season in 20-something years.
So I'm actually going to go the Montauk route here. You mentioned their win at the start of the season that broke their losing streak. I didn't cover Montauk this year until October 11th. It was a Saturday night. I know Brendan wishes he was there with me. Up in rural Erie County. This place is only about 20 miles from Erie, but you would never know that you're a half hour's drive away from a city with 90,000 people. I mean, this is like backwoods Erie County. Montauk entered that game with 2 wins. They had beaten Coudersport at the start of the year. They had beaten Bucktail, but they win that game. I believe it was 28-21. And just to see the emotion, I mean, this is their 3rd win. It didn't break a long losing streak, but the Montauk kids were excited. I mean, they were, it was a win for them. It was a close game. They found a way to pull it out in the end. And to see the emotion after the game, I talked to Weston Cook and I had to kind of pry him away from, I guess there was like family members that wanted him to come over to the sideline. He had a big game. I think he had 3 touchdown passes. Just to know, 2 years ago they won 1 game. Last year they didn't win anything. Just to see, excitement return to a program that has a lot of pride, and obviously they hope brighter days are even, still ahead of them. But to pick up a close win and pull it out in the clutch, that's probably the game I'll remember the most. Another one that didn't go our team's way was the Seneca Valley Cannon McMillan game in early October, where Seneca Valley was up by 10 points with like 7.5, 8 minutes to go, and they ended up dropping it. But just from a outsider's point of view, I'm in the press box covering the game's back and forth. Cannon McMillan goes up early. Seneca Valley comes back, takes the lead. Cannon McMillan comes back with a big fourth quarter. Just the back and forth, it was really enjoyable to watch both teams go at it. And unfortunately, it was Cannon McMillan that came up with the win that night. And actually, when you look at the way the season turned out, it was actually that loss by Seneca Valley that pretty much cost them a playoff game, because at the end, Cannon McMillan made the playoffs and Seneca Valley missed it with that upset win over North Allegheny at the end of the year.
Yep, absolutely. Want to wrap up a couple of our competitions for the year here? You guys want to hear how things went?
Sure.
Derek does not.
There's
All right. The staff picks this year. Derek finishing in bronze with 84-31 record. He went 1-1 last week.
think you'd finish second? You finished second.
It's not second.
He finished
That's
third.
Not second. That's third.
He finished third. There are three of us, and he is the third one.
Thanks.
Brendan and I
Brendan,
tied.
come on, Brendan.
Brendan and I tied 87 to with a record of 87-28. Did not see that one coming. Mainly the whole Brendan winning this thing. But congratulations to him.
See, bronze sounds okay, but when there's three people and you finish in third place, that's not good. I mean, I could have finished with one win and been in third place. I won't try that next year.
All right, our fantasy league. We haven't had updates. We were going to do this last week, but I wanted to wait until Derek was here.
Oh, thanks.
Just so he could be part of the celebration for the person that won. Derek again came in bronze. Congratulations. Your award is in the mail. These points totals, I'll preface this by saying they are as accurate as I can get them. We are probably missing a couple points here and there, but the difference between all three of us was enough that if there's a game that we're missing something from, there's no way that it swung the results. So Derek has an official total of 184 points. And my 3-week run of domination came to a skidding halt, and I lost. I had 284 points, including 74 of those in the final 2 weeks of the season after having basically an average of 74 points in the first three. And Brendan took off, nearly had 100 points in week 9, finished with 351. So he wins dinner
Chipotle
at a time and place of his choosing, kind of ish. We will figure out the details of that.
Ponderosa. So I finished 100 points out of second place.
You finished 100 points out of second place and 170 out of first. Brendan won. We can't let this happen again next year. We're going to have to invent games that he loses. Because he's beating you in picks. He's beating us now in
He's kicking
fantasy.
my butt in trivia. I mean, I can't get anything right.
Yeah, he's kicking your butt in trivia.
Good.
This is the year of Brendan. And
It's on a roll lately.
Ohio State won a national championship in January. If they win another one here, we're in trouble.
No,
What was that noise?
I don't know.
Hey, I got 2 turkey bowls coming up. I need to win those too.
Okay.
So
Got the turkey part right. Okay. Some news out of Slippery Rock University. Jake, you're going to fill us in on this.
Yeah, breaking news here on the sports desk, I guess, if we want to play the biddy. Oh, you actually have sound? I was just making it up as I went.
I do. Hold on. Oh my gosh.
Ooh, all right. All right, so
put on your newscaster voice. You got to deepen it up a little bit.
yeah, I got to learn how to read a teleprompt that's below me with the camera up here.
So if you were,
yeah,
you got
Laura,
it.
get on that.
You want me to? SRU news on flag football and wrestling. Jake, take the lead.
Okay, Slippery Rock University has announced over the last 2 weeks 2 new teams joining the varsity slate that the university has: women's flag football and men's wrestling. We had kind of been hearing rumors that the wrestling program was going to be coming in for a few months. There had been a push for years from a group of people, including Butler High School head coach Scott Soner, who is an alum of SRU. One of his assistant coaches as well was a former head coach there. Scott, I believe, was also an assistant coach at SRU for a little bit as well. This looks like it's a little bit of a Title IX thing of bringing in a women's flag team, but also a men's program. But this is exciting nonetheless. Both teams are expected to start in the 2027-28 school year. Flag football would be a spring sport. Wrestling would be a winter sport, just like they are on the high school level. That's not a guarantee at this point. All they said is like that is what we are shooting for. The press release from SRU for women's flag football is that they are looking to hire a head coach within the next couple months. I'm guessing somewhere around the March to February space, just that way they can come in, start to build the program, get an assistant or get a coaching staff, and start recruiting as soon as possible. This is kind of good timing because PIAA just sanctioned flag football in the state going into this spring for the first time. And we've seen a couple teams in our Butler County area that are either have programs or are looking to build programs. My guess is that the wrestling program is under the same timeline. They're going to try to hire a coach here in the next few months and then give them a little bit more than a year or about a year to start recruiting and building up their staff and everything else that they need. So exciting times here. Both programs are going through fundraising efforts. Wrestling does have some donors backing it, according to Scott Stoner, who are going to be able to help get those the couple $1 million figure that they need in order to fund the team and operate it. They do have the old field house that will be utilized, to my understanding. I'm not sure what field the flag football team will use, but I'm sure that they're going to use one of the turf fields that they already have on campus. So we will have some new sports to cover and watch here in about 2 years if all things go according to plan.
I want to start with the wrestling. We had Scott Stoner on. When was it? Last spring, I think it was.
Yep.
After the season, and most of the time was spent talking about his coaching time at Butler and the wrestlers he's been able to, mentor up there and all the accomplishments he's had as a coach and his wrestlers have had on the mat at Butler. But he did talk about his time at SRU for a little bit of that podcast interview, and you could just tell the guy just doesn't have a passion for the sport. He has a passion for the places where he's created those memories. And obviously that's Butler, but it's also SRU. And as you mentioned, his one assistant coach is Fred Powell, who is a Hall of Fame coach. He started the wrestling program at SRU, and now he's helping Scott out. And Butler's athletic director, Bill Milan, wrestled at Slippery Rock. So it's a program that there was a lot of pride involved, and the people that had a lot invested into that program, really, it really struck them when that program was taken away back almost 20 years ago. So to see it being brought back now, I think it's great. There's a lot of good wrestlers that come out of this area that for the last 20 years, obviously SRU didn't have a program. Now they're going to be starting up again. So SRU should they have a lot of talent to recruit in their own backyard. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Regarding the flag football, I will be honest with you. I am a little surprised that Slippery Rock, a Division II school, would be starting up a program. Maybe I'm a little off on this. Maybe I'm a little unaware. Are there other Division II schools that have flag football programs?
It seems like that's kind of where it's going right now. Like you're not seeing Power 4 or FCS type schools jumping into flag all that often. It seems like it's the smaller schools, which is kind of similar to what women's wrestling has been, where it's not necessarily PSAC schools just yet, although I wouldn't be surprised if you start to see women's wrestling grow at that level at some point. But I'm blanking on Miranda Lajevic, where she's going to D2 school.
Somewhere in Nebraska, right?
Yeah. But it's not a Iowa or Iowa State, which is a traditional men's wrestling power. So I believe it looks like to me some of these smaller schools that aren't in the Saturday college football viewing space all that often are the ones that are kind of taking up the early charge for some of these nascent women's sports, which I'm not sure what the rest of the PSAC is going to look like as far as women's flag football.
Go Clarion!
That was one of the first things, Jake, that you kind of pointed out whenever you started here, was to keep an eye out on the girls flag football in high school, and we ended up doing a good job on that, kind of teaching people what it was going to be. They start this spring, right?
Yep.
So it's pretty cool. I mean, the flag football play is a lot different. It's definitely not as organized as these are. So it'll be cool to – I know Derek is like, it's flag football, it's not real football, but I'll cover whatever football. I covered indoor football to graduate college, and I thought that was super cool. So
I do think the one thing is it's going to be faster, like kind of arena football style. Like there's more going quicker, and it's a smaller confined space, so you're like featuring more of the athleticism than you are just like brute strength, which would be kind of fun.
We'll play flag football the last this fall and I guess 2 summers ago. He played flag football. I got him.
Should we term a flag football tackle a flackle?
Moving on.
Sure, you're the first one to come up with that joke. I do want to add this. Stoner was a walk-on at SRU and then ended up helping the team make the NCAA tournament. I believe one year he finished with 89 career wins when I talked to him last week about this. And we've had some conversations leading up to this before like this was officially announced. He just said that the program's meant everything to him and he had a tough time kind of putting into words what it means to see it come back. His son is also graduating high school this year. So I don't think he would mind if his son was good enough to go to an SRU at one point and play right nearby and kind of continue the family legacy a little bit.
Yeah.
Obviously, he didn't say that necessarily out loud, but you could kind of get the sense when talking to him that he's daydreamed about that a little bit. Welcome to At the Buzzer, where quick thinking meets court vision. I'm Jake, and here's how this game will work. We're putting our high school basketball stars to the test. They have 45 seconds to answer as many rapid-fire questions as I can throw at them on basketball, pop culture, and more. Who's got the fastest mind in the gym? Let's find out. Hannah Daly, Karns City girls basketball. Are you ready for At the Buzzer?
Ready.
All right. What is your favorite concession food to get at a game?
Nachos and cheese.
Who has the worst musical taste on your team?
Naomi.
Who is the team's comedian?
Me.
Which opposing team has the rowdiest student section?
Monita.
Hottest take you have about Pittsburgh pro teams this year?
Don't watch any.
Who wins a game of horse, the boys team or girls team?
Boys.
Dog or cat?
Cat.
What is your least favorite drill to do during practice?
Sprints.
What's your perfect breakfast?
Yogurt.
What's one rule change in basketball you'd make if you were the czar of basketball?
That I can walk with the ball.
What's your superpower in basketball or life?
Don't have one.
Biggest game on the schedule this year? All right. Thank you very much. We appreciate it, Anna. Keegan Streckengoss, Karns City boys basketball. Are you ready for At the Buzzer?
Yep.
All right. Breakaway dunk or buzzer beating 3-pointer.
Breakaway dunk.
Who's the biggest trash talker on the team?
Probably Alan Kaufman.
Favorite magical or fantasy creature?
Unicorns.
Who has the best musical taste, the Karns City boys team or girls team?
Boys team.
Best Disney princess is?
Pass. I don't know.
Best opposing gym to play at?
Probably Red Bank.
One sport you wish you were good at but aren't?
Golf.
Favorite pro or college basketball player out there right now?
VJ Anscombe.
Awesome. Sixers. One pregame routine or superstition you must do before each game?
Applesauce.
What's your favorite holiday?
Probably Thanksgiving.
All right. That's it. Thank you very much, Keegan. We appreciate it. Yep. Sage Brunch, Montauk girls basketball. Are you ready for At the Buzzer?
Yes, I am.
Number one song to sing at karaoke?
Pass.
More fun to make a big play in front of the home crowd or in front of a road crowd?
Road crowd.
What would be your wrestling entrance song?
Anything Eminem.
Who is your favorite player to watch on the boys or girls Montauk teams?
Emily Matz.
Sweet or sour?
Sweet.
Buzzer beating 3 or breakaway dunk?
Buzzer beater 3.
Who is the biggest trash talker on your team?
Ooh, Gracie Hartle.
What is your favorite magical or fantasy creature?
A unicorn.
Who has the best musical taste, the boys team or girls team?
Probably boys.
The best Disney princess is?
Rapunzel.
Best opposing gym to play at?
Ooh, Red Bank.
Well done. Thank you.
Thank you.
Brendan Sankey, Montauk boys basketball. Are you ready for At the Buzzer?
Yes.
Favorite athlete in all of sports?
Ben Roethlisberger.
Who has the best uniforms in Butler County?
Montauk.
Universal Studios or Disney?
Universal.
What's the number one play on your all-time highlight reel in basketball?
LeBron and Wade lob.
Favorite character from K-pop Demon Hunters?
I have no idea what that is.
Who has the worst musical taste on your team?
Corbin Fallon.
What is your favorite concession food to get at a game?
Oh, loaded fries.
Who is the team's comedian?
Braden Beecham.
Which opposing team has the rowdiest student section?
Karns City.
Hottest take you could have of Pittsburgh pro teams this year?
Pirates win the World Series.
Who wins a game of horse, the boys team or the girls team?
Boys.
That's after the buzzer. It don't count. But thank you very much, Brendan.
Thank you.
Joe Rapp, AC Valley boys basketball. Are you ready for at the buzzer?
Yes.
Biggest game on the schedule this season is?
Keystone.
What's your superpower in basketball or life?
Shooting.
Which Harry Potter house do you think you are?
Slytherin.
Dog or cat?
Dog.
One player set to have a breakout on your team this season.
Noah Ethan.
Besides the phone call app, what 3 apps on your phone would you keep if you were forced to delete the rest?
Instagram. Snapchat. Golf swing.
Man or zone defense?
Man.
Least favorite chore to do at home?
Cleaning the dishes.
Who is the best dressed player on your team?
Me.
Horror movies or rom-coms?
Rom-coms.
Should there be a 4-point shot in basketball?
Yes.
Perfect. At the buzzer. Nice job, Joe. Jackson Renwick, Union boys basketball. Are you ready for at the buzzer?
Yep, let's do it.
Who has the best uniforms in the area?
Union High School,
Universal Studios or Disney World?
Universal Studios.
What's the number 1 play on your personal basketball highlight reel?
Hitting a 3 to change momentum.
Who has the worst musical taste on your team?
Logan Carr.
What is your favorite concession food to get at a game?
Hot dog.
Who is the team's comedian?
Logan Carr.
Which team has the rowdiest student section that you play against?
Karns City.
Hottest take you have about Pittsburgh pro teams this year?
We suck.
Who wins a game of horse, the boys team or the girls team?
Boys team by 1,000.
Dog or cat?
Dog.
What is your least favorite drill during practice?
Sweet 16.
What's your perfect breakfast? All right. Thank you very much, Jackson.
Thank you.
Coffee's in. What was that?
Derek, I kind of alluded.
I just want to let our viewers know that over the last 3 weeks, probably, I don't know, 13 out of the 15 questions you've asked me just in fun off air, I've answered right.
He sets
But,
you
you
up.
know,
It's like preseason
What?
games. They don't count.
Derek
Yeah,
is
no,
3
preseason
in
they
it.
don't count.
He's a tricksy hobbitses.
I kind of alluded to what my question would be here today. I'm not sure if you caught on, but who is the receiver? I won't throw you off here by saying pass catcher. Receiver to have the most receiving yards against the Pittsburgh Steelers in their history.
Career or single season?
Just
single game.
just against the Steelers.
All time.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I'll think about it. You got something for us for Beyond Brennan with
Megatron.
Butler?
Speaking of receivers against the Pittsburgh Steelers, welcome to Beyond Butler, our weekly segment where we talk about something other than Butler County sports, whether that be professionally or collegiately. I'm sure everybody's heard now about Jamar Chase, who has seemed like a pretty nice guy, the Cincinnati Bengals wide receiver. Allegedly, the video kind of shows that he did spit on Jalen Ramsey, the Steelers right now a safety. We didn't get to talk too much about this in the office yesterday. I touched upon it with you guys. Spitting on someone is the most disrespectful thing you can do. I think we're in agreement with that, right? So,
Well, there are things. But
okay. In an athletic
But that's not cool.
field,
In
in an
a
athletic arena.
one-on-one confrontation.
Yeah.
It's up.
Agreed.
What did you guys think of that? And have you ever spit on anybody?
I don't believe I've ever spit on anybody.
Definitely have not.
I can't really
Definitely
say the same.
Yeah, I can't think of it. I don't even think like bullying my little brother when we were kids. Like I did that.
My brother, we used to play in like a 2-on-2 basketball league with my friends, and he was messing with me the one time, putting his phone in my face, recording me after I lost. I was sipping water, and I didn't spit at him, but I spit in his direction. Like I wasn't going to spit on him, and that was enough to make him mad. But like having someone,
No, wait a minute. Just kind of water. Do you consider that to be spitting?
if it was in your
I've
mouth,
done that before. Oh yeah, I've done that before. Absolutely.
but yeah,
In a pool, I've come up and
I think Brendan is making the distinction of like you're spitting with animosity. You're spitting with the intent to instigate.
Was it fair for Jalen Ramsey just to straight up swing on him right away? Because I feel like that is, Mike Tomlin said today, do what's natural. That is an instinctive thing. If Derek was to spit on me right now, I'd probably be swinging, right? Like that's a fair.
And then we would be going to HR.
Court.
And we wouldn't be here anymore, and you
First of all,
would.
this is what the thing that Tomlin said, do what's natural. How many times have you heard coaches say, "Hey, if somebody don't retaliate." You hear that all the time from coaches because you can get ejected. It costs you 15 yards. I mean, you hear it all the time. Don't retaliate. I understand why Jalen Ramsey was ticked off. I understand that. I'm just saying I wish he would have been able to keep his cool. It also would have been great if the officials would have seen the spit, and then he would have been thrown out of the game instead of Jalen Ramsey.
Well, he's suspended for an entire game without pay, and you know how much he's
now
losing?
We're rooting for the Bengals, right? They play the Ravens.
They play the Patriots.
Coming up, they got. Okay,
well,
I see what you're saying.
Next is
You know how
Patriots.
much money he's missing out on just for spitting on someone?
Almost 600.
Yeah, like $500,000 something dollars, which is combined. Probably it would take us like what 6 years to make that.
That's
I'm guessing.
insanity.
Yeah, but how much is the guy making? I mean, this is.
Yeah.
It's not like taking $500,000 from us.
Yeah.
I mean,
That
it's a
we've
drop
never
in the bucket
had.
for him.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
I
We'll
think
take
it's
that.
funny
We'll
when
have Chipotle every Tuesday.
I think it's funny when I see those fines too, because it's like, I read somewhere like last week that Alex Highsmith once got fined $17,000 for roughing the passer call. It's like, you think of that, for them it's just like, have it. With us it'd be like crippling.
Yeah.
So
If I lost 17 grand, I would be in a hole somewhere.
if I lost $170 right now, it hurt. So
My stance with this is similar to Derek. Like,
well,
I understand
one of
why-
your players spit on someone.
Yeah,
this year, so you have.
I was gonna actually get to that in a second. Like, I get Jalen doing that. Not that I'm condoning it. I get that it's just like your temper flares and you just react in the moment. I think it was kind of a cop-out answer from Tomlin to be like, do what's natural. Eye roll for those of you not watching. Like that's
I need a sound for that.
that's such a cop-out answer from Tomlin
Well,
when he's typically going to be like, hey, the standard is the standard. We have to be smart, blah, blah, blah.
He said that exact same thing on Sunday. He criticized Ramsey for getting kicked out, which I wrote today during his press conference. It's like he changed his tune on things. So I don't know if there was more information presented to him or.
I'll say too, like to go to what you were saying, like the NFL established a precedent this year that spitting on someone is worth one game. Jalen Carter was suspended for. I mean, he was kicked out immediately
Before the first play.
Yeah, there was no time off the clock because the kickoff I think went into the back of the end or into the end zone. So he literally missed a full game in the NFL. Said in his statement he was not going to serve an additional suspension because he had already missed an entire game. So once Jalen or once Jamar Chase does this, they just basically have to follow the same thing. Otherwise, the NFLPA probably would have stepped in and be like, well, you gave this punishment to this guy, but you're giving him more to that guy. Like that, it's one game. It's the right. It's the precedent now.
I'll say this: if Tomlin's message to his players from here on out is do what feels natural, there's going to be a lot of personal foul penalties on the Steelers the rest of the way.
I gotta say, like, I was thinking about this on the way here. Even though Jalen Ramsey gets kicked out, like, you don't see people play safety like he does anymore. Like, he brings an aggression to playing safety that, like, it's refreshing. Like, he clocked Jamar Chase on the one catch they didn't have, just put him to the ground. Like, it is so cool to see that sort of character and emotion in football because it's been taken away. So
no, it's not.
And he was also kicked out of the game the other day. That's why you do everything you can to control your emotions.
It's
But here's the thing that is frustrating is even had he not retaliated the way he did and he stays in the game, the officials didn't see the spit, so Chase would have stayed in the game too.
Yeah.
And it would have been a non-issue. There wouldn't be a gash.
And they probably would have gotten a fight on the next play.
Now, Brendan, follow me here. I'm going to be able to lead you into a segue back into what you need to talk about here in a second. But you know what's more impressive than watching Jalen Ramsey play safety and lay the boom on people? Darnell Washington in that mountain of what I don't know if he's human, but watching him do whatever the heck that was on that play and run through people. And my favorite part was not the stiff arm in the beginning. It was when he's like stepping out of bounds on that last hit, and the DB like bounces off of him, and he just kind of stands there. It's like, what the heck is that Nat doing?
Had Jalen Ramsey not spoken after the game on Sunday, I would have had a one-on-one with Darnell to be able to talk about that play, and I really wanted to do that. But he's very quick out of the locker room. He's in the corner too, so no one would have seen me talking to him. We would have had some extra. I had a lead for that story written down already, and it takes a village to tackle Darnell Washington. So maybe we'll get that this week.
As someone whose tight end last year made a famous play that all Eagles fans love with the 3 stiff arms against the Packers, that Darnell Washington play is so much more fun.
It's nothing like seeing a big guy run down the
Did
field.
you say, though, in the locker room, you'd never get you said he's like hobbling around.
When he's at the Steelers facility, you would never guess he's this top-notch pro athlete because it just seems like he's so over encumbered all the time. Like he's like walking around like a giant. Yeah. Then he gets on the field and he hurdled someone. Yeah. Like you're 6'7", 300 pounds, and you're hurdling people. I can't hurdle someone.
300 allegedly.
More than he's probably more than 300. Like if him and Broderick Jones stood side by side, you would think Darnell Washington is the offensive tackle and Broderick Jones is the tight end.
That's Steelers. Social media should do that. Just have them stand next to all the offensive linemen and just which one's the lineman.
They said, I remember before this year, really, because he caught a few passes before this year, but I've heard people say, the Steelers are really thinking about turning this guy into an offensive lineman because he's such a good blocker. But when a guy's able to do what he did on Sunday,
there's not many people on this earth that can do what he did. Yeah. So keep him there.
There's not many built like him.
They went out and got Jonnu Smith, who has fallen off a cliff in terms of productivity. And that might be scheme and who Rodgers prefers to throw the ball to. But the fact that Darnell Washington, were you here the night that he got drafted and I started celebrating?
No.
I was here when he got drafted that night. I know John was here. And they drafted him in the 3rd round. I think it was 3rd round. And I started cheering. And John's like, what are you cheering for? That's what I was cheering for, John. Right there.
Suck it, John. That's what I was doing.
Yeah, John. Yeah,
Take
John.
that, John.
Oh, God. Please. Okay. I wrote 2 answers down.
I have a bonus question for you, too, when he's done.
I'm going to show him the Jake so he knows if I get it wrong, I was at least thinking of the other guy. Because I'm trying to think of the guys that played a lot of games against Steelers. So, obviously, division rivals. There's my 2 guys. Okay.
Wait, I'm trying to see them. Okay.
Terrible guesses. Go for it.
TJ Hushmanzada.
Oh, what?
Right team.
Give me
it's touch.
Please say it's Ochocinco.
I was surprised by this. Carl Pickens.
Oh, okay. I'm good. Okay.
1,000.
If it was Chad Johnson, I was going to quit right now.
Carl Pickens had 1,289 receiving yards in 18 games against the Steelers. He had 91 receptions. Next was Ozzie Newsome. 3rd was A.J. Green. 4th was Derek Mason. And 5th was Chad Johnson.
So T.J. Hushmanzada is not even on the top 5.
Hushmanzada is actually 22nd.
What?
After Chris Collinsworth.
Chris Collinsworth.
After T. Higgins.
He was a pain in the Steelers.
After Keenan McCardell.
What?
Whatever.
And that must have been the Jaguars. Jaguars and Steelers were in the same division at one point, right?
Yeah.
AFC Central?
Yep.
I would have thought Anquan Bolden would have been higher. Like, that was the name that came to me because, like, didn't he have a really good game against the Steelers in the Super Bowl too? Like, or was that game after or before he went to the Cardinals?
That was after he went to the Cardinals. No, I mean, he played in the Super Bowl against the Steelers. That's right.
Okay. Because I knew he was a Raven for a couple years.
Derek Mason
Nevermore.
had the luxury of playing against him in the same division with the Titans.
Yep.
And then the Ravens.
Every time.
So
Nevermore.
But I would
time you say it,
I would have never
say
thought
it.
Carl Pickens.
It's a thing.
Laura's doing her own show over
Oh,
there.
I have a question. Who is this?
Ray Finkel.
Yes, it's Ray Finkel.
I mean, you're going to have to put that into the show.
Finkel is
From Ace
Einhorn.
Ventura.
Einhorn is Finkel. Einhorn is a man.
Laces out, Finkel.
How many guesses
Laces out.
how
They're
many
little
guesses-
footballs.
would it have taken you to get Carl Pickens? Because it would take me a while. I don't think I would have.
I don't
I
think
probably
you
wouldn't have
can
come
know who he
across him.
is.
Oh, well, I mean, I remember him. I mean, he played like 92 to like 2000 or so, but it would have taken me a while to get to him.
Jeff Blake would have been his quarterback at one point.
Jeff Blake.
Achilles Smith.
Who threw a great
Achilles.
long ball. One thing Jeff Blake do is he threw a great long ball, but I would have went with more recent guys just because the rules are so more conducive to the passing game now. Even more so than they were in the 90s. It's so much easier to put up video game number. I mean, Kirk Cousins has a 5,000-yard passing season on his belt. Kirk Cousins.
Derek is now 3-9. He is batting at league average.
Derek.
250.
I just wanted to make that joke.
I could miss 5 more and still be ahead of Jack Sawinski.
Where do you come up with the questions? How do you?
I just have like spur of the moment thoughts most of the time. I don't like dig into it. I just think
We
like,
should, instead
what
of
would be a
calling
cool-
it Beyond Butler, we should call it Musings by Brendan. Thoughts.
It's
with
Beyond
like a
Butler
bubble.
with Brendan.
With like yoga
With
music in the
bubble.
background.
Yeah, with the thought bubble.
I'll listen back on these episodes when I'm like probably like
He's somewhere
50
with
years
Bailey, and
old.
she's like hitting him, and there's like a bubble that comes out of his head. He's like looking up.
No, I was talking so much before I left. She was like, "You had too much coffee today," and I was like, messing with her. She's like, "You just need to leave. Like, get out of here. You're really annoying me." So I annoy her. I come here for 8 hours, and Jake has never told me to leave.
Yeah, he doesn't. There's like one day every month where you just become a chatterbox, and most of the time you're just like sullen and sit there.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like having to tell you right before the show starts. Hey, Brendan, wake up. Let's go.
I had pre-workout on Saturday. I went to the gym, and crashing off pre-workout is a real thing. I had it. We had to go to Bailey's sister's cheer showcase. I was a zombie the rest of the day. I was exhausted. So I don't know, that Starbucks coffee does me pretty well. It's protein in it too. So
What?
Speaking of protein.
I guess it's healthy.
protein.
Speaking of protein, that wacky and wild AFC North.
I don't know what that has to do with protein.
You got the Steelers 6-4, the Ravens 5-5, the Bengals 3-7, and the Browns are hanging in there at 2-8.
Not out of it yet. Shador Sanders is going to lead him back.
Who wins this division, Brendan?
So I've been worried that the Ravens are going to catch up, but the fact that they
Nevermore.
played against the Browns like they did the other night, where there was 10 minutes left and it was a chance they were going to lose that game. Lamar Jackson missed last Wednesday's practice, which kind of showed that he's probably not at 100%. The Steelers don't play them for another 3 weeks. December 6th or 7th is the first time they play them, and that's on the road. I think, I'll put it this way. If the Steelers win this week against the Bears, I don't think the Ravens are coming back.
The
I don't
Bears.
think that they'll be able to catch up, even though that's been a worry. But the fact that the Ravens are even in the conversation, a little worrisome. So, yeah,
Steelers had some winnable games a few weeks ago while
Yeah.
Jackson was out, and we talked about it on the show. Like, that was the time to build a cushion, and they did not.
if they would have beat the
Bengals
Bengals the first
Yep.
time, it would have been. And Dan Orlovsky said this because I wrote about it on the way to Cincinnati. He said this division, and he used the word, would be blouses. I've never heard that as a way to
Yeah.
say it's finished.
Over. Yep.
So, yeah, he said that, and then we saw how that game went. But I don't know. It'll be an entertaining month and a half to see what plays out.
At one point, the Steelers were 4-1, Ravens were 1-5. But that's people like to say things are done long before they're done. They like to put a cap on it and say, okay, it's finished, when it really isn't. And the AFC North is proof this year.
I think the one thing that I'm really irritated by, though, with the scheduling, and it happens, they seem to do this more and more. The Steelers and Ravens are going to play, what, 2 games in 3 weeks?
2 games in 4. Well, 4
No,
games.
I think it's
they play.
two-
They don't play. They don't play. They play. So 2
Okay.
games in 4 weeks.
The Eagles have 2 games in 3 weeks against the Commanders, which is like the second year in a row that they're doing something like this within the NFC East. I really dislike that because what they try to do is set up, okay, who do we think are the 2 teams that are going to be vying for the top of the division at the end of the year, so we can make them marquee games at the end.
The
But like,
Commanders are not vying for the top.
yeah, exactly. Like this is what just happens now. It's like you're going to give 2 potentially blowout. Now, Commanders could very easily. I could see this happening where the Eagles just like sleepwalk through one of those games and lose, but doing this, like you put all of your eggs into one basket in the schedule, that you're hoping that these 2 games are going to be the 2 biggest games, instead of like put them in the beginning, put them at the end. I like having division games in the final week of the season and guessing. Do your best to guess who's going to be, the top 2 teams in the AFC
The
North
NFL
in the year. But
might
I
have
dislike
done
this.
a really good job at guessing with the AFC North because the Steelers and the Ravens finished the season out against each other. And that could be not only for the division, that could be for a playoff spot.
But I don't like it because it's leaving so much to chance, and you're putting it all into the back end. I want to see these teams play in October or September.
That's actually what I said. I was on another show last week, and I said that it's so anticlimactic for the Steelers and Ravens to have to wait so long to play because the whole offseason, all you heard was the Steelers are building this team. They're drafting this way. They're signing this free agents this way so they can stop the Ravens. Then you got to wait until December 7th to see if that actually kind of worked out. She's distracting me over
Comes to fruition.
Comes to fruition. Even better word there.
Speaking of fruition.
Stop saying their name.
Baltimore people were talking a few weeks ago about when they started climbing out of that 1-5 hole and they started winning. And they said, they got an easy schedule. They got the Browns, who they almost just lost to. They got the Jets this week, right? I mean,
Tyrod Taylor will be starting.
But here's the thing. First of all, the Ravens almost just lost to the Browns. This isn't the gap that we see between really good high school teams and really bad high school teams. It's pro. Any team can beat anybody. But I do want to throw this out there. The Ravens' last 3 games, these are not going to be easy for the Ravens.
We need to take her mic away.
At home against New England.
Good luck.
At Green Bay. At Pittsburgh. That's a tough stretch to close the season with. And you know how that right now there's the Sunday night game that last week of the season is still up in the air because they want to see which game has the most riding on it.
Yeah.
Ravens at Steelers, I could see that because
I like that. I like the flex schedule.
If that's a Sunday night game, I'll say I love the primetime games, but they're putting me out like the rest of the week at this point. Like, because I'm there and I was there the last Sunday night game until 4 a.m. So that's why I'm taking these Mondays off.
I'm aware. Okay. I'm also mad at the scheduling because I think the Eagles got one of the worst scheduling handouts by the NFL for a Super Bowl champion with 2 Thursday night games and a Monday night game last week, a Sunday night game just this week.
That's what you get for being a good team.
And then they play Black Friday next week. Stop it with these midweek games for the Super Bowl champion.
Was it 3 games the Steelers had to play in 11 days in 2020?
Yeah.
And just completely derailed the season.
That was because of COVID, though.
Yeah.
I mean, but, it's possible that the Steelers division could have 2 playoff teams, right? A division champion, a wild card. It could happen that way. But do you think the Pats and the Bills are both going to make the playoffs?
The Bills are going to win that. No, the Bills are not going to win the division.
Do you think they're both going to make the playoffs?
There's 3 wild cards, so I would say you say the Pats and the Bills.
I'm going to go through the divisions here. Work with me. Pats and Bills, do they both make the playoffs?
Yes.
Colts and Jags?
No, just Colts.
Broncos, Chargers, Chiefs?
All 3.
Okay, that's 6 playoff teams right there. That leaves 1 spot for the AFC North, just the champion. Jake, do you have any disagreement with that? You see a wild card coming out of the AFC North?
I would have to say of the 4 divisions, they're the 3rd most likely to have a wild card team in it. I don't think the AFC South. I think it's just the Colts. Jags, I'm not worried about them.
Somehow they just destroyed the Chargers.
They're 6-4. Yeah, the Chargers have been really weird. They have beaten some teams and looked really good, and then they have laid some giant eggs.
It's like the Steelers.
And I don't know what, I was giving the Chiefs a lot of grace for the first couple weeks, but the way the Broncos just manhandled them on defense scares me. Like, at least
if you're a Chiefs fan, I'd love to see the Chiefs.
If they miss out on the playoffs entirely, I would rejoice. I'd be so happy.
It would be shocking. But that's what it's gonna take. If the Chiefs go 17 games minus 7, if they go 6-1 the rest of the way, they're in. I don't think the AFC North is going to be able to put together like an 11-6 record, both of them, and get in.
I don't want to damper anybody's hopes for the Steelers in Chicago this week. Of course, I'm rooting for the Steelers, but all time against the Bears in Chicago, Steelers are 1-12 all time in Chicago.
Crazy.
So just a tidbit here before I write my feature. I talked to DK Metcalf's dad, Terrence, today. He played for the Bears for 7 seasons. I thought this was really interesting because I thought they're from Mississippi. His dad grew up in Milwaukee and spent time in Chicago. Ended up playing for the Bears. His childhood bedroom in Mississippi was Steelers. So his dad was a Steelers fan. His son ends up playing for the Steelers. So
there you go.
Yeah, it'll be a cool little reunion there.
How many
in Chicago.
Steelers fans there are in Mississippi? But there was at least one.
Steelers fans everywhere. Just
even Mississippi.
It's not in Philly.
Yawn.
Everywhere.
There is a there's a Steeler bar in Bangkok, Thailand. I do know that.
Yeah, they're international.
So if you're ever in Bangkok, Brendan,
next time you go to Bangkok,
I want to go
check
Thailand
it out
one day. I'll go to Thailand one day. I will not go to that
Hey,
bar.
next week we're talking basketball. Hoop time.
We're playing basketball.
Mike.
Enough. We encourage you to subscribe to the Butler Eagle YouTube channel and Apple or Spotify podcasts or your favorite podcast platform. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Alter Eagle Podcast and at Butler Eagle News. Goodbye.